forget that they have Miranda rights and they should shut the fuck up and get a lawyer. Instead, they want to get buck with them and talk about how unjust it is, and they want to fight the cops and all of this foolishness, which ends up making a bad situation even worse. So I'll just close with that.
If you need the crime stats, I have them for you, as a matter of fact, because I have to. Go ahead.
Man, this is the most racist, bigoted, propaganda lying room I've ever seen on Clown House. I got the FBI crime.
Is that my wife's a Kurd, so I'm into the far eastern part of Turkey, where the PKK has been entrenched for the last 100 years. Military check.
Bro, your wife is a Kurd?
Yeah, bro, and not just any Kurd, bro. She's a yeah.
She can definitely kick your ass.
No, she's a shooter.
Oh, bro.
Till this day, if I gave her 10 rounds in an AR-15, 8 of the motherfuckers gonna hit their target at 300 meters. Till this day, she was a child soldier. She was trained. Yeah.
Yeah. Those women are fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Fucked, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, they.
You're a classic.
You definitely gotta have a.
So how did you score her?
By being an honorable person. For the few moments I had in my life, I was doing a favor for a friend, which is I do my favors here and there, but that's how I met it. Was actually one time I broke down and was trying to do the right thing.
Nice. What's up, honkies? Fucking white crackers. Ooh, we're getting crazy floods over here. Well, there was.
Is it raining crazy up there?
Oh, we got that Sky River going through.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must be because it was raining here, and it doesn't hardly rain here unless it's raining tons on the west side. So.
But it was raining so bad that we had floods everywhere 2 days ago. Floods like rivers going down streets.
Yeah, that's I'm in Spokane right now, so usually what happens is it goes up the west coast, goes over BC, and then it swings down on the east side of the Cascades and dumps on the desert. So
Like we have such bad floods that there's house that water.
Here's the viral hack that's
Two of mine are lightly flooded. Oh, we're not gonna. I don't do any ice storms.
I don't know.
Listen, you guys, stop deflecting. Stop deflecting from the election, please. Vote Trump. Enough with the weather. We don't need your weather reports.
John,
No, you're just as bad. You're just as bad as people voting for Kamala.
People nerd out on weather patterns. For fuck's sake.
Okay, well, do you believe in aerosol spraying? Are they doing chemtrails on purpose? Is the Department of Transportation paying billions of dollars a year to pay pilots to spray aerosol into the sky?
You wanna be a friend? I'll be your friend, love.
They do cloud seeding, yeah, I've watched them do it. They do it tons.
I know. What's the deal with cloud seeding? What's the deal with cloud seeding?
Trying to keep them
I don't need your friendship, Boris. I need intelligence. Do you have anything smart to say? I don't need your friendship. I don't want it.
No, you need a friend.
I don't need you as a friend, sir. I have Cora to help guide us and to bring us intelligence.
Paying for attention, love.
What is that PTR? What is that? Is that a caterpillar?
No, what that is a bug that lives on everybody's face.
Really? That reminds me of you.
Like a porcupine tardigrade.
Right now.
Well, I
Some kind of might.
I challenge anyone to tell us something interesting other than the weather outside of your house right now.
Love has no friends.
That's just your opinion, sir. I think you might be projecting your own loneliness. It sounds to me like you're projecting your loneliness onto me.
I don't have many friends. I don't.
Well, it looks like the projection analysis was correct.
But I don't want friends.
Well, You now put your foot in your mouth, sir. How does it taste?
It tastes amazing, actually.
Does it taste like cheddar?
No,
Does it taste like
like a fine
caramel?
wine.
Oh, wow. You must be a great presser.
I'm one of these people that I know the difference between a acquaintance and a good friend. So you're still learning now, right?
Sorry, sir. No more questions. Just state your opinions or your
My
facts.
son. Facts. You need attention. I'll be your friend on Clubhouse. You can go ahead and have your little moment. Go for it.
Just as long as you don't do the voice. Just don't do the voice, John.
Excuse me, Cora. This is my natural speaking voice. I talk how I talk. I can't help but talk the way that I talk. Am I
It's fine.
voice
I'm
speeching
talking about the other voice. You know we go.
You know we talking about love.
other voice? Are you saying that I might be like Elon Musk and have multi-personality disorder?
The British aristocrat.
British aristocrat voice.
Yeah, you know we talking about.
You're English, sir. You are born from the Lord of Sussex, the King of England.
Any
Not
other
enough
countries?
vocal fries.
Oh my God. Breaking news.
Any other countries?
Breaking news.
Besides America.
Abercrombie and Fitch CEO has been arrested in a sex trafficking investigation and victimized dozens of young men's booty holes at Diddy parties. Oh, they're all getting arrested. Victory!
That's like
Victory!
anybody that lived through the 90s knows.
Yeah, that's breaking news right now. CEO of one of the largest retailers has been arrested in a Diddy sex freak off.
It's called the
They've
British
been on a
Parliament.
straight downward
There's no
trend
comparison to what's happening in America, what's happening over there. That's not even trying to compare the two over there. Yes, they walk around with wigs and dresses on.
I'm sorry. Who
The Abercrombie and Fitch CEO.
I'm gonna have to go return those jeans I bought last week. I can't wear pedophile jeans. Glad I saved the
You
receipt.
wouldn't be able to get your gut in a pair of A and F jeans.
Now you're projecting. Fatty, vote Trump.
No, I'm taking my ass in A and F jeans.
Ass.
They're cut for like
You ain't got no ass. You're in an open marriage. You're in an open marriage with a swinger, lady.
All right. What's up with y'all?
Oh, I get no respect at all. No respect at all.
Shut up, love. What happened? Oh, it's just news.
The Abercrombie and Fitch CEO has been arrested in a Diddy freak off.
Good shit. You're lying, right?
No, it's breaking news.
Oh shit.
They also say that it was Taylor Swift that was the underage girl being abused at Diddy parties.
Probably sold by her father. Wow.
Yeah, the Diddy surprise is just never going to stop because, you know, he can't stop. And he got so many people on camera. He had so many parties. I mean, the amount of evidence that they seized, it was like over 100 electric devices, you know, cell phones and gigabyte, you know, terabytes. Yeah, raping men and women. And they were hiring people. I know, but they don't care who you fuck. They just want to film you fucking.
The Abercrombie dude is only men.
I get it. But that's the thing is, at the Diddy parties, they were flying in underage men and then making their associates fuck them in the ass, so they have blackmail videos. Again, however you can get somebody, you know, however you can film them.
So Diddy had a STD?
Yeah, he had herpes and
STI.
yeah, he had herpes. He was spreading HSV2 and HSV1. Diddy, he's being sued now for he's being sued not just for sex exploitation, but for spreading sexually transmitted diseases. Herpes sores, and that's how Jay-Z got the big herpes sore on his lower lip.
Wow, come on now.
I'm serious. It's in the news. He sucked
Herpes
off.
sores go away though.
No, he has a permanent herpes
Fine,
infection.
herpes sore.
He's got an active herpes infection regularly on his lower lip. It's always there.
30, 40%.
It can't always be there because it goes.
Okay, I'll PTR the photo. It's a permanent herpetic infection in his lower lip. They have to cut the lip off. They can't do anything with it. It's all virus. He's a walking lip virus.
Yeah, it's a permanent virus.
I know that though, but it wouldn't permanently be there.
No, it is. Have you ever seen Jay-Z's lower lip? It's always an open sore.
Well, I don't really look at men's lips to be honest with you. What I mean, I'm looking at it now real quick just because you pointed it out, but
It's
I
very.
don't really just look closely at men's lips. I mean, I don't.
What about J-Lo? Anybody say anything about J-Lo?
I don't see no permanent herpes sore on Jay-Z's lips, bro.
Hey, man, he's got pictures of it and shit. It's pretty apparent.
What about J-Lo?
Where?
His whole face is a herpes sore.
Yeah, that's an ugly nigga though, for sure.
But I think we're fucking money for rap. I'm fucking all fucking 22-year-olds.
Yeah, fuck it. As long as they're legal.
I'm not going below 22.
Fuck it, 22's your
I
age.
think they locked up. It's gonna be so fucking hard. It's gonna be fucking rock hard.
Whatever floats your boat, Shamrocky. As long as it's legal, bro, I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. Like, what can I say about it?
People say all kinds of shit all the time, which is not the truth. The exact opposite of what they say is the truth. For example, Bill Gates saying that AI has no limits. It's the first technology in human history to have no limitations. Again, total lie. Bill Gates is a liar. He spreads propaganda, misinformation. He is the V word to the 10th. I mean, he's Dr. Death. He's Dr.
I don't
Doom.
see no Jay-Z. I'm looking at Jay-Z's lips, nigga.
How long are you gonna keep looking at Jay-Z's lips? Made you look. Made you look.
Oh, so it wasn't there the whole time, right? He said, "Do it."
No, I saw a photo of his lower lip. It was all dried out, and in the center, he had this giant herpes sore. It was disgusting.
No, I do believe that he has herpes simplex of his lips. Like, you know, a lot of people get cold sores and stuff, right? I do believe that. But you talking about it permanently there, my nigga. It's not permanently there. Come on, dog.
I'm just saying his lower lip is so big it looks like a permanent infection.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, if you don't know that I'm being facetious and that I'm constantly making up lies and misinformation, clearly you don't know what love is all about.
Old folks call.
You guys still trying to figure that one out.
I just want to encourage my fellow apes, chimpanzees, thugga. I just want to encourage my fellow apes, chimpanzees, orangutans, vote Trump and go to the chimp gym, my fellow apes. Vote Trump and go to the chimp gym.
All right.
Also, I've been producing the Talking Apes TV show on YouTube, and unfortunately they deleted my account today. So all of the hard work I've been doing on YouTube and Clown House has been deleted, removed, because YouTube censorship, automated algorithms have determined that I am a source of misinformation, fraud, deceptive practices, scams, as well as spreading violent conspiracy theories.
In this case, the
But are
algorithms
you?
are actually working like
That's the point right there.
But honestly, like, all I'm doing is just live streaming and recording. So like, if you can't say the words, then you can't have the thought. So that's why I know Kamala is going to become the president, because we will be censored and you can't talk about election fraud or conspiracy theories or election denying. She will be the president and we will all be censored. This is the world we live in. Google and Meta control our communication.
No, but did you do it? Did you
Mondo,
do
I
it
love
in
your
that voice?
PTR.
If you did those videos in that voice, that annoying ass voice, I see why they took those down.
I know, but don't you find that to be anti-American? Why can they censor me, but other people are allowed to just, do what they do?
Because you're not producing original content and you're annoying as fuck.
Well, so what? Does that mean I should be censored? I'm an American. This is against the Constitution. This is against my laws. Me. This is a me problem. I don't want to be a part of the problem. I want to be the problem.
Well, you are the problem, right? You are a menace to society.
You're projecting, sir. Kamala is a menace to society. The Democrats are menace to societies. They control the departments of education. They run the system, and they're scam artists and fraudsters, and they don't care about debt. They don't care about misinformation. They want power.
Fixated on the Department of Education. It's like the most innocuous department.
Most innocuous. They're retarding our children. I know you have no children, and you can barely fit in your Slim Jims.
That's
Hold
not
on,
it.
Love, you have children?
I have 10 children, yes.
Oh my God.
My kids love my voice. I read them bedtime stories. I read them King Arthur in my English voice. They love King Arthur in my English
They
voice.
must be so fucking annoying.
My kids talk like me now. Hold on. You want me to get one of my sons in here? He does a great impersonation of me. You want to hear one of my sons impersonate me?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hear it.
Tommy! Oh, Tommy! Come over here. Come into Daddy's office. Yes, Father. Okay, tell these good people here on Clown House, impersonate me. Yes, Father! What are you doing? Talking to the talking apes? You're talking to the talking apes? These fucking apes, you're still talking with them? Daddy, do something with your life. Get a job. Get off of Social Security disability, Papa. And stop talking to these fucking ape people all day long.
Come on.
They don't.
All of a sudden, his English.
Daddy, why do they keep censoring you and communists keep kicking you to the goo? The fascists, Papa, every one of them. Be careful talking to these apes, Daddy.
That's when you get annoying, bro.
Nice.
That voice is when you get annoying, bro. That's when you get kicked out. I'm gonna kick you out, I promise you.
You're welcome.
I don't care if you kick me out permanently. Do it, you fascist. I've heard everything I... I think I found a winner. I think I found a winner voice. I can't stand that.
You can choose to believe whatever I like. We're telling you. Oh my God, the guy can't shut up.
You just keep repeating
Elizabeth.
Shut the hell up.
Excuse me, moderators, can you please put me in the queue? I want to tell you about the good news of Donald Trump.
God may actually take your life from you if you're a Christian. So that's taught in the New Testament. We also see people dying because of abuse.
I just want to encourage everybody to vote Trump and go to the gym, more fellow fatties.
And
Give him the good news.
Asian who worked in Africa brought the disease back with them, when in reality there's no evidence for such things.
Yeah, like homo,
We wanna take their words from it.
hemophiliac patients?
Yeah, he's hemophiliac. 3H. Homophiliac, homosexual, and Haitian. That's what it is. The 3H. Yeah, I would never say.
We have the interview about what happened. He wanted the National Guard to be there. He wanted to make sure. But no, that's not what happened. So, and we have the records of him telling them before the whole thing started. Not to mention, we have the video of the person inciting it. I'm telling you, watch the governmental, what's that called? The governor deliberations. They go over what's going on, to pick out who's a good fit to run for, to be a judge and all of those things. If the, even if they're a Democrat or a Republican and stuff like that, they grill them about.
Wherever the candle is, you light it.
Hello, my fellow trans activists and Democrats. I just want to say vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
Yeah, go to the gym. Go for it. it's like, I'm sure Trump's probably going to end up getting back in office. I don't think God wants Joe Biden to be in
Oh,
office.
fucking man.
I don't have a strong feeling that it's going to bode well.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. When you're on Clubhouse and they want to censor you every day, put you in the goo and make a fascist stew. You need to look on the bright side of life and know that Trump is in your life. If you don't vote for Donald Trump, you're a dingbat and you shouldn't have a lump. If you vote for Kamala, you got to realize that communism is just another word for authoritarianism, aka fascism. So, in conclusion, always look on the bright side of life.
Love.
He's the funniest though.
I love that for you, and I love that you love. We all need to love one another and come together and love.
You top or bottom?
I love being a bottom,
I knew it. I can smell it on you.
but I don't think you understand. I love being a bottom with a woman on top in that delicious creamy peach velvet.
Oh, shut up. We're gonna fuck you anyway.
You're gonna fuck me in the arse? I don't think so. I'm voting Trump. I'm gonna have you deported.
So you like being paid? That's not how it works.
We're gonna send all the trans activists to a TikTok re-education camp in the western part of China.
Love, you like being paid?
Yes, with a to-do list on my vision board.
You like sucking Trump dick too? Okay.
If I had to suck Donald Trump's dick to save the republic, and they were gonna pay me $100 million to do it, I still don't think I could do it.
You do it and you be a goofy ass bitch.
No, I wouldn't. I would take no joy in sucking the cock of our great orange mugger Dumpus Trumpus.
Yeah, it's the fact that you think you gonna say the republic.
Put it in my dump hole.
Okay. I love him. He's an amazing troll.
Thank you very little. We'll call you, don't call us. I'll teach you the truth of the earth if you still got breath at the end of the day. No, 10. 10, not 11. 10, not 9.
Yeah, so you need this affirmation from us, don't you?
It's true. If you don't affirm me and say the magic word, I can't exist anymore. I'm a troll. I'm a magic troll. If you say the magic word, I'll disappear. Does anyone know the real word of God? Abrahadabra. The power of invisibility.
A hot woman, a great woman. So do you do the doer test?
Come on.
You do it? Every woman you see, ask her to fill her up. What I do.
Hello, Asa. Hello, everybody.
Hey, bro. Late. Did you get word of that on the film?
Just a second, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Did you get bored of that other room?
Well, no, I can't, like,
No,
I'm
it's-
driving, so I can't, like, pull the stats up as I drive, so I just had to leave.
Oh, but yeah, Slide is very good with his rooms. I really like him.
I agree.
It sounded like you guys didn't know each other from before, but I do like his rooms a lot. usually they're about relationships. Today he was talking about this type of black issues. But I think he runs one of the best. He runs one of the best run. Oh my God, Brock! He runs some of the best black rooms in Clubhouse, where he actually drives the conversation and he makes people think and explain their reasoning. And I think he's very, very good. He's one of my favorites. He's my favorite black person in Clubhouse.
Well, that doesn't sound racist.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go see if I can friend him if he gives good rooms. I'm gonna see if I can friend him so I can find him again.
Yeah, and if not, I will ping you in when I'm there.
So it's
Why is that? But why is that racist, love? Like
I'm just teasing. It's the he does the same shtick. He does the same shtick as all these other women beat 'em up rooms.
No, listen. I have
That is
different
Nora.
favorite people. And
That's why he picked that picture. 'Cause
Nora.
he said,
They kicked me from the room. Fascists.
7950, bitch.
He's calling you. He's calling you. Come here, Majesty. Come here, Majesty. I got a dog to feed.
He was losing the black vote, especially among men. And more black men, I'm seeing, you can go on YouTube and find black conservatives. They're making videos and they're actually breaking down arguments logically. They're not like just flowing and going with some type of trend. They're actually approaching this with some type of standard here, right? So when Obama came out and says, pretty much in a nutshell, I'm ashamed of you black men because y'all don't want to see a female president. And I'm like, what? And when he said that,
Your little propositional question that was strategically asked for a strategic reason by a lawyer for crying out loud.
Kyle, please.
I'm asking you, why do you ask me to come on stage and ask you a question if you don't want to?
Because let's talk about the actual situation in the world.
I want to hear why Igor, why Pearson and Igor have issues.
No, we don't. I didn't mention Pearson.
No, okay.
That is a lie.
Sorry, Scott and Lady have a lot of issues with what Perusian said. And Igor is the only one that came to stage.
No, I came to stage because you said come on stage and ask me a question. I asked you a question, and again, you're just word of salad.
No, because I'm understanding the strategy of how you asked
No,
it
it's a
and
simple
why you
question.
asked it.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's not Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Lawyer.
They deleted all my YouTube accounts.
Far more than you do. You need to chill the fuck out. Well, thanks so much, Marshall. That was so kind of you.
Okay, the second question. Ben, can I ask you the same question?
Yeah, let's ask the question again. And this one's for me.
Yeah, this is not for Kyle because he have like a listening.
All right, you just give it to me.
You just want to ignore the states of affairs.
No, hey, Kyle, cool.
Yeah, so I'm asking you. You have like one very totalitarian regime that we all condemn, and they're doing the war crimes. And then we said, Portugal, you're living in Portugal, democratic country, we all love country, and they start doing the war crimes. Is it fair to condemn them, or we will blind our eyes because they're just...
No, of course it is. Of course
okay, thank you.
Condemn them, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's why I brought up the states of affairs. In philosophy, the state of affairs, also known as a situation, is a way the actual world must be in order to make some given proposition about the actual world true. In other words, a state of affairs is a truth marker, whereas a proposition is a truth bearer. Whereas states of affairs either obtain or fail to obtain propositions are either true or false. So, like I said, I brought up the states of affairs for a reason, Igor, in your question.
What is the state of affairs? Be specific. Don't use the word solid.
Well, there's a way in which people are trying to claim their moral superiority in the world, but they're actually ignoring the reality of the world and the real states of affairs. So you ignoring that and then just asking this question to put somebody in a corner is actually your strategy.
No,
and I called it out right in front of you because you wouldn't even be able to, you wouldn't converse about the states of affairs before you did that, right? And that shows your strategy. So then you pretend that this is actual morality all you want, and go ahead behaving this way. Go ahead behaving this way and pretend that it's moral all you want.
I didn't mention morality one moment. I didn't mention morality in one of my statements. So you are again projecting because you have some listening problems.
It's actually the reasoning why you would ask such a proposition.
No,
Kyle, lay off, bro. Stop being a dick.
Hold on.
I will converse how I choose to. Thank you.
Hold on.
All right, guys. Listen, I just put Kyle in the audience.
Thank you. I was going to do that.
Yeah, listen.
I guess my
that's
question.
the problem. Kyle, look, you come in here a lot. You're a nice person, but you are a disruptor. And this whole conversation is pointless.
This is not a conversation about philosophy. This is a conversation about what Pearson has reported about events in the region of Iran. And I'm sorry for the dogs.
Oh, we love the dogs. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dr. Prince. Go ahead.
And maybe just for you, sorry again, Igor, just the Iranian soul is a poetry and mystical soul, you know. From the Iranian perspective, really people perspective, we really want to be nice and polite and lovely to other people. We really are not expansionist, and we are not Mongol, Genghis Khan, we are not Osmanian Empire. We are actually peaceful people, and the issue is now we didn't want to be a part of this war now with Israel, and now we are, without our will, our country and our government is going to a war with them. And this is, believe me, more scary than all the nightmares we could even imagine in our minds last 40 years.
Pearson, I actually didn't speak anything what you said. I actually didn't listen and apologize. I believe that Persian culture is one of the greatest culture, and what you said last thing, I think you're right. I have deep appreciation for the Persian culture, like the youngest empire probably in the world. But I didn't comment even that. Kyle asked me to come and apologize, Ben, because every time this speaker
I understand.
So I didn't speak about you, Pearson. I don't have a quarrel with you. I don't have a quarrel with Kyle, but he told me to come and ask him a question, so I asked him a question. But anyway, continue. Yeah, I don't want to deny this.
No, thank you, Igor. That was perfectly fair, and I'm sitting here listening to this, and it's sort of like a fight over something that's off topic. You're fighting about something else.
Basically, yeah, because I don't know how I got involved, but whatever. But anyway, about Iran politics, state of affair, I never comment Pearson, just to be clear. I disagree with some of your opinions previously that you had. That's fine. I don't take that for anybody in a bad space, right? But I didn't talk about yours.
Okay. All right. Let's get past it. First of all, thanks, Pearson, for getting us updated in over the next few days. If there's anything else that's happening that's new, be sure to come up and alert us to it, which would be really good. But we have other things to think about. And I'm curious what other people who are on the stage, because it is getting close, obviously. It's 2 weeks from today is the last day of the election. And there's some things that are looking positive, some things that are looking concerned. It's sort of like the poll, the aggregation of a number of polls have been sort of going up and down, 2 points here, 2 points there. My sense is, and again, it depends on where you're looking. My sense is that in the swing states, Kamala seems to be up at least slightly, whether it's a half a point or 1 point or 2 points. In Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and they said Nevada, which actually surprised me. And Arizona and North Carolina seem to be like a couple points up, a point or two up for what's his name for Trump. Which, you know, that's positive, although there are a couple switching here and there. 1 point here, 1 point there. The other one that nobody has been looking at lately, or a few people, is Nebraska. Looks really interesting. I don't know if anybody here wants to talk about Nebraska, but Nebraska was always assumed that the incumbent, who's a woman, she's a first-term senator, and she's not necessarily that known. I didn't know about her. And she's up for re-election. And it turns out that the Democrat that was running against her actually didn't poll high enough. And instead, there's an independent who I think had been a Republican, but had been an anti-Trump Republican. And I'm not even sure he was... he's basically known because he was a labor leader who had a successful strike against the factory that was closed down, and he became very popular. And he's actually winning in the polls right now by a point. So Nebraska could be, I mean, first of all, if they do the swing states plus Nebraska, it's game over. And they haven't even been thinking about that. And what makes that interesting is it's very possible that, what do you call it, that Harris, that Kamala, could win Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and then she still won't have enough to win. I think it's 269. But then, and if then what happens is there is that Omaha, which you could get, or the state. The other thing is the Senate. This is actually the more interesting thing, and it has less to do with Kamala in the national election than the Senate election. Obviously, right now the Democrats are up by 1 vote. But they're going to lose West Virginia. Jim Justice, who was a former Democratic governor and is very popular, is going to win West Virginia. So they're already down 1. So that means it's 50-50. And then there's John Tester. And John Tester, I think it's possible for him to win, but it's unlikely. And if that's the case, then it goes to this possibility of the independent winning. If the independent wins, that means that the Republicans have 50, the Democrats have 49 plus the independent. Well, the independent, if he caucuses with the Democrats, then give the Democrats the majority, because then, assuming that Kamala wins, that gives an incredible amount of power to this independent to saying who he caucuses with, and that's going to be crazy. So that's something that I don't think anybody thought of. Now, with that said, I really believe that that Ted Cruz is going to lose. And if Ted Cruz loses, it'll guarantee they're 50-50, which I think would be a most wonderful thing. Both that they'll be able to say that they're the majority, and it's even better to beat Ted Cruz, who's a real asshole. That would be really wonderful. It's Colin and I really think that's the direction it's going, and David may have a different opinion of that. Actually, David, what do you think about my thoughts?
We've got 2 Texans here. Look, I voted for Colin. It doesn't. I put Ted Cruz in the insurrectionist.
Yeah.
I don't know why Merrick Garland hasn't, done anything about that, but that can be explained through revotes. Here's the thing. I've been watching the most important advertising moments. That would be football, college and pro.
Yeah.
The advertisements that come on.
Hey guys, the room's being recorded. Can you
Talking about Edmund, who is love
right, wait a second, Max. Who is it that needs to be kicked out?
Love.
Love All right, can somebody get that? Can you get that, David or Francine?
Sports.
They kicked me. They kicked me. I'm famous, baby. I'm famous thanks to you, my beloved viewers. Can't thank you enough for helping me come to another Clown House episode. What an exciting day. Trump is going to be president, and all these rhinos, they're going to disappear, and they're going to say, oh, well, I was never really anti-Trump. I was just critical of his policies. That's how it usually goes.
Young Thug right now, just off of the fact.
I just thought about that. Hold on. Look at your Instagram, DJ. Hey, I got my Instagram.
Yo, DJ Pack, how dare you try to assault Oscar, the president of the Clown House? I reported you to the police, the FBI, and the CIA.
That's what it is. Stand on that integrity, man. Nothing else.
Assalamu alaikum. What's good today? What are we having for breakfast?
You're not here. So we ain't
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
I'm just saying, vote Trump and go to the gym, fatty.
You can burn with Trump and the rest of the racist bastards of America. Ain't nobody voting for him here.
Really? You hope I can burn with the rest of the racists? You might be projecting your own racism, sir.
Yeah, and you might be a white racist yourself to think that I could do such a thing. Right?
You just put your foot in your mouth by saying you wish death upon me.
No.
You're not with God. You're a Satanist. You're the devil. Liar! You're a liar! You're a liar!
Okay, what else?
Back to hell, demon.
Okay, that sounds good. Can you?
You're doing everything but answering the question, by the way.
Assalamu alaikum! Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
Why's your name said black? Black Hebrew. You want to be black?
Fucking roasting. We are roasting. This is what I call the rhino roast. Ooh, we should hold a rhino roast event. Ooh, that's a really good idea. Oh my God, roast the rhinos. A rhino barbecue meat. Oh, that's a fucking great idea. We gotta call Max about that one. We gotta call Max about this one. Rhino barbecue event. Oh my God, it's gonna be huge. The first rhino cook-off in Illinois state history. Max. Love Art's famous. They know me. They fear me. They hate me. Hey.
Hey, I'm entering. Have got agreed to interview John Collerton's daughter tomorrow, and Bruce Lee on the monster. Isn't that the word?
What?
What is the word for like just a really important, a blessed, really cool, Gadol man in the Jewish community?
A Talmud Chacham or a Macher?
Macher. Yeah, Macher, right? Yeah. He's running for school board. It's an interesting situation. He's technically the Democratic committee person, but he's endorsed by the Chicago Republican Party and all that kind of shit, and endorsed by Planned Parenthood. It's kind of interesting. And he actually is a mocker. Like, you might have been to his house from this Jewish youth group things. Like, I've been to his house for Shabbat.
So I was thinking about organizing a rhino roast or a rhino barbecue, where
Can we do it on that date?
we're gonna like take the pictures of the Illinois GOP's worst rhinos, and we're gonna burn effigies with the rhinos.
I'm not doing that. that shit. That's on you. I don't even want to have this phone call. I know you're into the dark arts, my friend. I'm living in America.
You've never eaten rhino flesh, have you? Is it kosher? Actually, it's not kosher because they have padded feet. No, maybe it is kosher. They have padded feet.
And you have to hand it. Like, Crowley did produce a lot of good rocket ships and rock bands. You did a good job. My Spotify would be empty without his ass.
Yeah, just keep like
No lead.
even to go to his pizza event. Like, that guy seems like he's gay. I don't know why I
Which
get
one?
the guy with the name of the Florida Golf Resort. Yeah, what kind of fucking name is that, anyways?
I think I'm onto something. I think my thesis is that this isn't. There's something either like money, drugs, or sex related, and that's why they care so much
No, it's
about
just
these stupid
money.
volunteer posts.
Well, it's also sex because like he posted something. He posted this photo with this really young girl at a bar, and he was like out here celebrating with my ex-wife's daughter or something like that. I was like, what? Who? This isn't your kid, and you're hanging out with your stepdaughter at a bar? Weird.
His clubby type posts of like techno like type music, like basically 2000s like inspirational mixtape music, and it'll be like a steakhouse. Like it's kind of like it's like some shit that's some like cokehead in Miami.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, what kind of guy goes all around? Does he have a job? How does he just organize Republican events full time?
He has 17 different companies. He has 17. Like, look it up. He is like, because it's really hard. The hardest one to find, and it sucks. I'm gonna have to re-find it. But one of his companies used to be called, on the Secretary of State's, Chicago Trysts.
Hmm.
What could Chicago Trysts do? And he would do live casino events.
I don't know. The whole thing seems very suspicious to me. Like, some guy traveling around named Senor Del Mar, like positive vibrations with the Republicans. Like, what are his actual positions? I mean, he has a smiling photo with Hillary, and it's like the happiest day of his life.
No, but it's like he just wants to, like, this isn't his route. You know, like some actors are going like the Republican route to just make money, do Angel Studios, or like Machine Gun Kelly is now doing like country music.
Yeah,
you know, that's the new thing.
Yeah, I see.
Like Aaron Delmar this is the easiest. He's not talented. It's much easier to be a successful Illinois Republican. I have evidence.
It's true, right?
I have evidence. Your evidence too. But,
It's impossible to crack the Democrat machine, so why not just go become Republican?
Yeah, you wouldn't have. Like, imagine if you tried to get in the ballot as a Democrat, you would need 5 times the signatures. They would have blew up your car. You would have, like, they wouldn't have taken shit. Like, you almost theoretically, if you would have, imagine if you would have lived a few blocks away, you could have been a committeeman.
Well,
You just happen to live in the most Republican area with the stupid Northwest Side GOP on your back.
Well, the
You
next.
probably would have won if you got on the ballot.
Oh, please! They picked that woman. She didn't even want to run. There was nobody running. There was nobody running. Anyways, the point is, I'm willing to go door to door for the next election cycle, and like this time, I will not fail. Like, I will literally press the flesh with every single first fucking person in the ward. You know, I will from day one. I will literally just do it myself. And if I do get elected, oh my god, like I am gonna shit so hard down these people's
war
throats.
right now. Like, you could win, but I told my dad's campaign manager there's a massive cultural problem where Republicans they won the mass hypnosis. The mass hypnosis is where Republicans are a bunch of white nationalists. What's it called? Violent white nationalists, MAGA extremists that are very unreasonable and rubish and disgusting and unpresentable and fucking perverted and corrupt. That needs to change. So there's that problem, and there's an electioneering problem, which you just mentioned. So right now we gotta reverse the hypnosis, and I'm kind of doing that. I'm interviewing a Democrat today and tomorrow, but he's a Republican Democrat, and we'll see how it goes. Like, if I want to kind of just keep interviewing candidates because I just know over time I'll
That's
catch.
smart. You got to do the Bill Maher. If you do the Bill Maher dance, you will be successful. It's the podcast dance. It's actually interviewing people.
I'm doing the. I mean, you can see the one I did with her, and I'll do a better job this time. I'm trying to do all open-ended questions. Maybe I'll talk for like a little bit, but then just like pause, and then just let them go.
Yeah, you got to let them talk. You got to be like Johnny Carson. You got to be, you have to be so
Not
kind.
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, Pierce Morgan is. Yeah, they did.
Like
So
my first question is very positive. Like with her, I asked her, like, how does it feel to sit here on school? I was like, if at him, I'll do a nice one for him too, because I think I'm trying to get him unguarded, and then like have a pleasant conversation. And I have a bullshit meter, so if I hear bullshit, it'll my bullshit detector's always on.
you could
There's
also.
nothing wrong with a pleasant presentation. There's nothing wrong with a pleasant conversation.
Well, also, honestly, like bring a pen and paper and take notes on what she's saying so you can come back to it at the end and say, I just like to summarize for you. And then just repeat back to her all the stupid shit that she just said to you.
Oh, Cullerton tomorrow. So Cullerton's like the far left, like lesbian, single mother. Her dad is John Cullerton, the famous Cullerton family. He's not endorsing her.
Really?
And so that could be a lot of fun.
He's not endorsing his own daughter?
But she's a far leftist, lesbo.
Oh, wow. How do parents raise far left lesbos? Like, what went wrong?
He was the head of the Democrat. He was Madigan's PowerPoint in the Senate. He was the head of the majority leader of the Senate.
Wow.
That's how. If your dad was like that, there's a lot of drug, sex, rock and roll in the Democratic Party too.
Yeah.
But the Republican Party were onto something, and that's why they hate attention. I realize that.
Interesting.
I think that because it's interesting. The girl with Fiedler, when she won't follow up with me anymore, but she was shocked to know that Fiedler was in politics. I think a lot of these people. John Reeves is another one, the guy with no thumbs.
He doesn't have He doesn't have thumbs?
No, he wears a wig, and he's like Asian and from Texas, and he's like, and he talks like this. J.B. Pritzker's got a picture of me on his desk. He's scared of me. I tell you, 25% of the GOP answers to yours truly, JR. I don't do it for $1.
So I
You can
have
fire me anytime you want.
I've had multiple Instagrams and YouTubes get deleted over the past week, and I've come to realize, like, since I make no money doing this, I'm not really losing anything. But the only thing I know that is, like, I must be doing the right thing if I get shadow banned, deleted, blocked, and just mass censored. Like, it's I'm not
running an op. You're running an op, and they're like, "Hey, we're running the fucking op." That's what you're doing, because like a clown house is an op, and you're kind of taking it over by posting it on YouTube and giving the op to the public. You're like the guy that makes the police scan your website. You're like the Jet Kid. You're like the Jet Kid.
I was
Taylor Swift around.
There is a group that meets every day. It's like a hardcore liberal pro Kamala room, and they have all these rhino Republicans in there that actually and that are actually in Republican politics. But anyways, the point is, like, I'm just in the room, and immediately my YouTube blows up, and they're like, "Quick, get my new name on Clown House's Love Art," and they're like, "Quick, get Love Art out of here, get Love Art out of here, get him out of here." They're like, "Who is he? Why do we have to get?" They're like, "Just do it."
This is Joe. I'm gonna put you on the phone. But you notice that I don't care, because like people shouldn't be afraid of this truth, even if you say outlandish shit. I'm gonna be like, we're gonna merge this call. So I have John on the line. Hey John, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. What are you guys up to? We're just talking about life and GOP, and kind of like he has some ideas that I'm not 100% for. But you're allowed to do, John. What are you thinking? He wants to burn some rhinos.
I want to have a rhino. I want to have a rhino barbecue.
That might be a little too far, but doing it publicly in the news might be a better idea. on social media, right, John?
It's not it is not radical to hold a rhino barbecue to essentially call out rhino Republicans, because the Republic this is not a Republican. This is the state of Republicans. It's insane. We live in the most Republican historical state of all Republican, other than Wisconsin where it was born, but it's not even born there. It's born in Rome. It's the Republic. That's what Republicans are, and these people are communist socialists.
100%. But maybe it's a rhino petting zoo because they like to pet each other.
That's a good idea. That will be another event. Brilliant.
Okay, the barbecue that's too much like animal sacrifice.
Yeah, the barbecue. Yeah. I don't know if Max told you, but they called the cops on me last night as I was shaking hands with the township leaders, just thanking them for the first day of voting. Not only did they call the police on me, but there was also a disgruntled woman who was screaming in the face of Keith Brin, the Lake County chair, that he's not doing his job, he's not hiring poll watchers, he won't get back to people to help strengthen the integrity of the voting day, etc. And it's just in a shambles, an absolute shambles.
And so, John, remember there's the thing on Wednesday is John and I and Walt once went to the pizza place while they were there. They kicked me out. I may have said some bad things to David Krupa that I thought were pretty funny. But then John, Walt, and I just had a pizza. And I think it sucks the energy out of the room. And so if you guys do want to go to D'Agostino, I think we shouldn't try to get arrested. But imagine if we had a group of 5 to 10 that just didn't go in their room.
Well, you don't.
They just had a pizza.
Max, you don't have to try. Yesterday, all I was doing before they tried to accost me was shaking hands, saying hello to people.
Oh, we shouldn't say hello to anyone. We shouldn't I think we literally should not acknowledge them. That'd be the funniest shit ever.
I think we should just post up outside the restaurant and photograph and videotape them. And I think basically you have to view them as like a mafia organization, and you have to conduct a RICO investigation into them and just document who they are, where they live, and just put them on the internet and just let that simmer, because we have to document these people. I mean, you're already doing it. The Soros nonprofit scam. They're essentially running a nonprofit charity scam. I mean, they could be violating Illinois state nonprofit charity laws.
Yeah, I can send you. Enoch deleted his articles, but I can send you where he kind of shows how it actually is connected to a non-for-profit, separate from the pack. But
hey, Max, I gotta take this call. I'll call you guys right back.
Yeah, but John, I got an idea.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of discreet enough. If you or we can pay someone to just film it.
Oh my God! Why don't we put a bug in the room before they get there?
Saying. No, well, that's gonna be. Well, that's doable. That's very doable.
That might be illegal. That might be illegal to record in a private. That's why I say if we do it in a public place, if we just record their comings and goings and do a lockstep FBI investigation, they will go bananas knowing that there's a lockstep investigation into their every movement, into all their events, and people are just filming them and recording them and saying Republic. And this is all a propaganda campaign to dox them as being rhinos. To ruin their credibility.
Just because the crazy thing is just them. That's why it's so embarrassing with you on Clown House. Is people shouldn't be ashamed of what they say. The only reason why it ruins their credibility is it's just their credibility is embarrassing. But don't you think we can get a George to just go to the event and kind of blend in a little bit and just film the entire? Because the thing is, to make it legal, the camera has to be accepted.
I have no problem going to any event and just sitting there and recording. I don't think anybody's going to get physical, but but they, I don't.
Can you go to this one on Wednesday? Because that's the one that's going to be closest to you. What's it called? It's Del Mar. So there'll be a boombox, free food. Free food.
I don't know. The whole thing is, it's I don't even want to engage with those people. I'd rather go to the gym.
No. That's what I'm saying. Is I think it is beneath you. But Joe is an investor. You're a potential investor. I'm a potential investor. What if we pay people $15 an hour?
I don't know.
Why not? We can do Craigslist ads.
Joe would probably be down.
I don't know. To center one person named Aaron Del Mar is just so beneath us that, you know, it's just not worth it.
Everything. Like it's a random sample. Like they'll be the U.S. Marshals. They'll just show up at convenient Republican events across the state if it's Craigslist.
Is it
we'll get pictures.
Is it a crime to step on a stink bomb when you're at the event and like gas the whole room?
I mean, if you put it there, it is. Yeah.
You know what I did for my senior high school prank? After the school shut down, I had a key opener and I opened up like all the doors and I put stink bombs underneath all the desks. So when people sat on the desk, it crushed the stink bomb. The whole high school just immediately in the morning smelled like gas, and everybody's like, "Ew, what is that smell?" They had to shut the school down because they thought there was a gas leak.
Didn't Mace's dad put the hammer on you?
Who's dad?
Nancy Mace's dad.
Yeah, General Mace. Yeah, he spared me. I was locked away for a whole year because I said I want to auction off the girls, but we wouldn't raise enough to get a Snickers bar. So this like radical liberal was like, "I want him expelled from the school immediately." So we had this big show trial, and then I got to cross-examine the woman who brought the charges against me. I was like, "Can you please define to us what sexual harassment is?" And then she gave us her shitty definition. And then I read her the actual legal definition, and she was like ready to kill me. And then General Mace was like, "Enough! Both of you, shut up! I'm giving you my judgment and decree." And then he was like, "You will," you know. So anyways, but then I bribed him like a couple months later after I was going stir crazy. I got him a box of cigars. I said, "General, I hear you like cigars, and I'm not saying you should, you know, lessen my punishment," but anyways, he did. He cut my punishment in half.
But, you know the stink bomb thing, that's illegal. But my question to you is, if you send George to your school and he shits himself, what's the difference?
That's true. If we get a homeless guy to go, oh, that would be so funny.
If that instant shows up, and just be like, it's play games.
I got an idea. Why don't we?
As long as you can before you get arrested.
Why don't we go to the Home Depot near D'Agostino's and just pick up a bunch of Mexicans and just pay them to go and eat all their food and sit there and enjoy their party. And then at the very end, they gotta start playing Mexican music and do a salsa and just dance with each other.
I mean, just do it. There's one near me. I could like pick up some from near me. And I can pick up 3. You can pick up 3.
See, that's the thing is like really.
Joe has a bus.
Like trolling and crashing these people's events is just meaningless, and you know.
It's not. You know, you said it. You answered yourself earlier. It's not. It kind of puts this hypnosis.
It does. It is. I heard somebody call it competitive reframing.
Yeah, because like then the thing is, they're always gonna think it could be next, and that's why it's like this one's interesting because it's close by. That's why I like it. But
I just do not want to shake that guy's hand or look him in the face and give him any credibility.
We wouldn't, but if we send in like 10 people from, they'd have to kick them out. That'd look really bad for the Republican Party, and it'd put them in a really weird situation. And they probably would just let them eat the food. I'd say we do it like that kind of. And then you have someone there already, potentially. Like, you don't even need someone there. People will be taking pictures. They don't know what the fuck will going on. I think it's a drop-off. So, like, there's a bunch of money. Like, enjoy all the food. Like, you know, like, why would they not stay there?
It's the 25th?
No, I think it's the 24th.
Oh. Well, it's possible, because it's so close by.
And it's so, yeah. Like, there's a Home Depot. I live right next to Home Depot. There's, like, 20 every day. I find the 3 most frail. We find the frail ones.
I don't know. The hard part.
Free food.
Yeah.
It's illegal if we pay under $200. It's not a political move. If it's under
I had a vision yesterday. I was like, it should be like a lifelong goal to flip the state Republican and literally turn the state, you know, back red, because it's been like this for so long. For what, like 80 years now, or even longer? I mean, it's insane because
100. And then the last guy was Sal Capone. Last Republican since Sal Capone was a job.
Oh wow.
He owned the governor and the mayor of Chicago. No, Pete Thompson, whatever. That was the last one.
You
That
know,
was 1920.
people keep saying that they want Trump to abolish the IRS, but he's not. He's just saying we're going to stop taxing your tips and stop taxing your overtime income. And I'm like, okay, well that doesn't sound to me like he's getting rid of the fucking IRS.
No, that's why I think they're going to cheat for him. I think Trump made a deal because he is a moderate right now. He's like, okay, you guys can keep your eugenics operation with the abortion, and you could keep the IRS. But like, I'm gonna be alive, and I'm gonna like save. You know, I think he's making a deal, kind of.
Well, I hope he
on a bunch of stuff.
See, the thing is, I hope he does a bait and switch on them. But the thing is, when you hear him saying he's going to do the largest roundup and mass deportation in American history, like that is enough to make like 80% of the population like shiver and like be like, whoa, we've never done that before. But that's just not true. We have done that before, and we do it every month. You can look at the numbers to see how many, are deported underneath which presidency. But I don't know. It does sound.
That's competitive reframing, as you said.
Yeah. We have to competitively reframe these Republicans in every way, shape, and form. But, you have the Chicago Republican Association. I don't know why you're not holding competitive events to what they're doing.
No, that's not the way to. Terry, that's not. Except my whole thesis is that these events are gay and lame. He's like, why are you having events?
Well, not. Oh, I see. Well, social audio. It's an organizing effort. It's an organizing effort. You have to start getting a database of members. I mean, that's what it is, and we have to get the database to the Republican Chicago voter rolls. I don't know where we are with that.
No, if that wants to be you, that can be you, but that's not mine. I'm a journalist. Like, I don't want to actually support Republicans necessarily.
I'm a journalist too. We have to frame this as news, as investigative journalistic news. I mean, that's the way to go. So, yeah.
The Bill Maher route, as you said, and like, but he's kind of a pussy too. But regardless, like the event thing is that's a complaint I have in general. That's not politics. Politics is you have a box of pizza because we're all making phone calls. I worked for the Democrats when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
In SEALs, and that's how they do it. They had someone would lend their office space. Someone like you would lend the coach house. They have the phone set up, and they have pizza and coffee, maybe some candy. They're not doing these. They're not hearing Aaron Del Mar speak. I met the congressperson 2 times. Kind of.
It's true. I mean, I've done fundraising at the Jewish Federation downtown, and it's like I was amazed at how effective it was. Like, people were so receptive on the phone, and I worked for the Obama campaign for like a week in Los Angeles to try to like figure out what they're doing, and they had this Google engineer who rigged up this automated calling and script software, and we were calling battleground states, and people who picked up the phone and we told them to get out the vote and whatever other messaging they had us read, they were so receptive to what we were saying, and they were so thankful for the call. And the same thing at the Jewish Federation. So I mean,
Yeah, but they're like, it's not like how many wine. I guess the fundraising thing at the end, there is that crazy wine and cheese event with JUF. But like it is like a crazy organization. That's like a football team. And it's like, compare that to them. They just have wine and cheese events, and they raise money just so they can like drink and hit on girls.
My dad was in charge of the security at the JUF building downtown for a lot of years, and he's hey Vasek, go fuck yourself. What I'm saying is, he told me, like, the head of JUF was like, yeah, we want to put up this big sign that says no guns allowed. And my dad's like, oh, so you just want to call attention to guns, and people are going to bring guns in here because you put up a big sign saying don't bring in guns. He's like, don't put up that fucking sign. It's a bad security move. And they're like, do it. He's like, oh, if you're going to make us do it, we'll do it, but you're stupid.
That's awesome. Good for him. And JUF is liberal, but like at the end of the day, it's funny because as a business, it's so impressive what they do. It's so impressive what the DNC does. So impressive what Mike Madigan does. J.B. Pritzker is he's just putting so much money. He's Steve Cohen. He's just throwing so much money at it. That, like, of course, it's like working a little bit.
Yeah, I got invited.
$100 million.
I get invited to go to like some trans unity pride day at the Jewish Federation, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'm never doing anything with them again. I'm like, I'm never participating in anything they do ever again. Nothing.
Good. But like that's what if we actually want you were yelling at me for that. I'm saying I personally don't want to do it. You said that's your vision, and so if you want to take on the CRA, that could be your thing, because you know what to do. It's just there needs to be an organization built, and you can take over some shit. Like Walt has an office.
I don't think Walt is a very effective politician, let me tell you.
No, he's not. But like how? So he's fucking retarded. So if you have an office for free, he should never go to the office because he's disgusting a little bit. But he should like have the pizza. He should have pizza at the office and coffee, and a lot of people will just come for that.
I just think about that. Senator Natalie Toro wasn't even elected, has been parading as a senator for years, passing $10 million legislation for this, $10 million legislation for that. And it's like, wow. And she has a nice office and she's getting paid a salary. Plus she's going to have a pension when it's all done and set for, just for serving for a couple of years. Wow.
She's going to push so many people on that she loved. Like your dad would be the head of security for whoever. Your dad would be in like, it's like, think about how many jobs you have and also grants. Your non-for-profit would be set. All that kind of, it's crazy.
My dad, my dad has this security business, and he sent me something yesterday. I think he's actually doing security now for Trump.
That's sick. He needs people that he can vet. They've probably been like, looking at him. Well, that's awesome. Good for him. That's so cool.
I mean, you do know that Aaron Del Mar and these people will just burn out. Like, they have no substance.
No. That's why it needs to be. I've seen this cycle happen 3-4 times in my political lifetime in the Republican Party. There's been Aaron Del Mar's before. There's been Dean Weiss before. Like, here's the problem. Like, John Reeves, who's relevant right now, he was, like, relevant, like, 10, 15 years ago, and then he disappears. And then people forget, and then he comes back. And so there kind of needs to be a message or a new standard.
Well, do we have an Illinois deep state list like Ivan Ranklin's, national deep state list?
We could. Like I and Joe, like off the top, and also I'm not sure you've been on some threads with him, but Doug Ibendahl is a former lawyer of the Illinois Republican Party.
Yeah.
And he knows. He literally calls it the Hastert Gay Mafia. But he says Fogarty's on that tree, but He said he could help plot out the history.
Interesting.
But I also can kind of plot it out, like Smellmar and Sean Morrison, Suris.
Yeah,
Kane County.
County.
You see my latest article?
Yeah, whatever you sent me. I mean, I don't look at that website. It's not like I bookmark things anymore.
No worries. It's not impressive. It's just like that. These people are trying to do stuff in private, and by putting it on public, it's fucking them up. And it's getting views.
Well, yeah, you're competitively reframing them, and you're lowering their credibility in the standing of the party.
They're saying, they publicly said, they thought no one would read it, that, fuck Trump, we need more pro-life, we need more pro-choice and anti-gun candidates. And then I have them on the float with the, what's it called? With the Lake Bluff Militia.
The Lake Bluff Militia.
And he's funded by Dick Uihlein, who's like the boogeyman. Everyone hates, I don't mind Uihlein.
See, this is your problem. Is you are so astute and you've done so much analysis and you've actually engaged with all these people. We need to map out your brain in terms of videos and pictures because there's just too much sitting in your operating system.
That's why I created the Illinois Record, and it's at a snail's pace. But I'm saying I'm available if you want to buy in or people. Joe seems interested in making it a business because I think my brain, like other people can do, like as you said, I still don't necessarily want to do everything, but I've met a lot of people. I can point people in directions. Mapping around my brain's got to be worth something on Illinois politics.
Well, you need
but
to be.
I have been around since I was 16.
Well, you need to be interviewed. You interview these people, and in the process, you'll be interviewing yourself. Do the Johnny Carson show, do the Max Johnny Carson show, and you will be a success. It will be a successful business.
Thank you.
Hashem. I'd love to
Yeah.
thank you so much for that.
Yashikoa Rabbana Shalom. You got it. I mean, your dad knows it. I know it. Like, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for you. So you are the source. So you have to, like, you know, be the authority, be the subject source matter expert that you are. Do it publicly. You don't even. That's why I can't stand you, because you don't post anything.
I posted it.
No, you need to be a media business like Ben Shapiro. You need to be like Ben Shapiro, and you're not Ben Shapiroing yet.
More because I need partners, because Ben Shapiro doesn't do shit. I need Jeremy Boring.
Nobody's gonna pay you anything. Nobody's gonna pay you anything unless.
Eventually, I'm gonna pay I need to pay someone.
Yeah.
It's the other way around.
There you go.
That's how it needs to go. Because I won't be able to do it at an efficient enough pace at this moment. But I'll be able to make some noise. Like they're like, you ruined a good man. And did you see the part where he works with his 86-year-old mom? On the website, and it says she handles the business side of things.
I'm thinking, you know, like, because my all my stuff has been deleted, you know, so vigorously. I'm thinking about coming back and going like hardcore trans Democrat and like actually like creating content for the left as opposed for the right, and then baiting and switching them like later on down the road where like everybody's like, is this guy for real? Is this real? And then I'll give them the bait and switch later on. But I'm definitely thinking about like putting a wig on and becoming trans. I know that may be, you know, really embarrassing for people I know,
No,
but
did you see what's the guy in Chicago did it?
yeah, I know. I saw
Don't you
that.
the best
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Why not? Why not? Because like, you know,
You keep your tattoos.
see, this is the thing is I because the left is so fascist, I think if like you actually presented yourself as a fascist leftist, communist, social, they would be like, we don't really care if you're a hardcore Republican conservative. You like, that's the thing about communication is like the brain, when it's fooled, it just does not know, you know, that it's been fooled.
Yeah, imagine if you're saying realistic. That's why I think, because what you're doing was an op. That's why I think it got canceled. Is you were like competing with the FBI. They're like, fuck you, bro.
But the FBI, well, that's the
No, you're ruining the shit because they're more mindful when people are saying some shit that would on Clown House that would get them canceled from their jobs and divorced from their wives. 100% all the time. So you being there, like, is like, you're like, dude,
it's true.
They were comfortable.
It's
He was
true.
about to drop an M-bomb. I could have flipped him on the Ukraine arms deal.
Do you know who Marshall Rankin is? He's like in the Texas, like Texas GOP. So I have like officially denounced him multiple times in public, and I've said that the Republican GOP has officially denounced you, and you are no longer a Republican. You are no longer invited to events. You are no longer to be spoken to. And I've repeatedly trolled him. And the other day in this room, he's like, I have a sincere hatred for Edmund. Out of all the people on this app, there's no one I hate more than you, Edmund. And I was like, victory, victory, victory.
The Texas GOP is very cliquey. I was a part of that too. I like it. It's like, honestly, you would have so much fun. It is like parties, but the parties are like 400 people. And there is the inner politics of like, you know, he gets to be secretary and he gets to be president, but it's more of just an attention thing. There's no like you know, financial malfeasance. There's a little battle because there's a battle between the Bushes and the what's his name? Paxton.
So I watched your dad's clip in the debate with Raja where your dad was like, I like Raja. I was like, what? I was like, that's not competitive framing. I was like, man, what is your...
I didn't shake his hand.
I was like, why is your dad saying that? And then plus...
Because I said it.
And then he's like... Then this was kind of weird. Roger turned his camera off, and then he like went blank, and then he came back on. I was like, did he just put a suit jacket on or something? Like, why did he turn his camera off and come back? And did you read today that the Dominion voting systems are all down in Schaumburg, etc.?
What?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that news event today, but all the voting, you know, all this early voting shit is down.
My dad's campaign manager mentioned that this morning, but I thought she was just like, wow. No. Yeah, no, I think it's a computer election. Like everyone that's saying, you know, That's why I really don't give a shit who I vote for.
I'm gonna try to go vote today because I don't want to have to go during the melee on November 5th and have the systems be down and wait for hours and hours and hours to vote.
Yeah, I'll vote early too. But it's a computer vote, and they'll switch it. And so Trump is the obvious. Obviously, I'm not gonna think about it. But Congress, I'm probably voting for the Republican. But he has there's some little rhino-ish. And then, I'm almost definitely voting for him. And the school board thing is big.
Yeah.
I pick the Planned Parenthood Republican, or do I pick the Planned Parenthood Democrat Republican?
There's some black woman running, and her whole campaign message is, "I will stand up to Brandon Johnson," and it's like that's all you got to say to win.
Yeah,
he's that bad.
So I didn't shake Raja's hand. Raja put his hand out to shake it, and I didn't shake it. And I think you really do need that competitive spirit. These are like communist scum. They're
yeah, you can be nice and you can be respectful, but you don't have to shake people's hands. You can let them know I'm here to fight you.
Face. He put it in my fucking face. Like, what was that? It's different if it was like after a tennis match or something. And I just looked at it. I'm like, I said no thanks. Like.
So I was at the bar the other day, and I see Raja looking at me as I'm eating my chicken chop salad, and he's got this like evil smile on his face. And then I hear your dad saying, "He's a good guy. I like him." And then I'm in this room on Clown House with your dad and this fucking loser from Chicago. And I'm like, yeah, I saw Raja smiling at me, overlooking me at this bar with his evil face, that evil smile. And then the guy from Chicago kicks me from the room. I was like, fucking pussy. I was like, this is so stupid.
We're really dealing with some demons. I truly heartedly believe that it's like a spiritual warfare going on, and that Congress has been taken. A lot of our institutions have been taken.
It is a psychological spiritual warfare because they think they're better than you. And they think they know what they're doing. They don't even understand inflation. They have no idea about the debt. You could ask them, how much do we spend on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, anything. They know nothing.
So this is why, like, we need to put a camera on me or something. So Joe he got arrested. They sent the cops after him last night for going to the event. Mm-hmm. And the person most mad at him was the comp controller, Lisa Munger. Comp controller. Susan Mendoza's job. She was the comp controller when Rauner was in office. And they asked her what 8 times 8 was, and she couldn't answer it. And this is Joe. We're getting Joe back on.
Should have asked her what's 100 times 100.
Hello? So I'm with John and Joe.
Hey, do you think I should put a press release out about Keith Brin last night?
No, because it's kind of they weaponize the police. They do that all the time, and they kind of make this bullshit because it makes people act like the fact they have to mention like you getting arrested. You didn't at all. No. But the fact that it's like you and police in the same police incident in the same sentence is not the image you want. And it's bullshit that they can do that.
I say put out a press release and competitively reframe them. Don't let them have the narrative.
That's John's perspective.
Over communicate. You can't lose by over communicating.
Yeah, did they put some out?
No.
Because if you want to reframe it, they didn't weaponize the police. Like, they complained that the police are overworked and that they got to focus on real crimes, and they called you for shaking hands.
And that's the thing. If I was there, protesting or, they were just uncomfortable with my presence.
Can you mention Lisa Munger and the 8 times 8 thing? Can you sneak that in your press release somewhere? She can't do nipple math. You gotta sneak that shit.
Well, if you were really doing this, you would create a video response and publish that video response to all your platforms and get other people that dislike these people to republish your response. I mean, you have to create videos. This is a video hypnosis game.
And Jay, how many videos?
I do have to do the videos, but John, I'm just not that tech savvy.
It's a button. It's a button. You can click a button on your cell phone, sir. If you can't do it, no one will do it. I'm sorry to tell you, but no one will be your publicist. I don't want to be your publicist. Max doesn't want to be your publicist. Nobody wants to do anything for you. You got to do it yourself.
What kind of phone do you have?
Apple.
Yeah, which I know, 12, 10.
What is this? 15.
Oh, they make it it's so easy, and your camera.
Don't make this dumb shit.
No, I'm sorry. No, I paid $5,000 for a camera like 5 years ago or something like that. That camera is much like your phone is nicer than my camera. That former camera, the NEX FS100. But you what's it called? You just literally have to pick your platform, and John's right. You just find the button and push it.
Okay.
And you can literally Google how to record, how to post. John, do you think you should rely?
I can do the recording. I know how to do the selfie recording. I just don't know how to, I'm shadow banned on Facebook. I don't have a large audience, and I have a large audience on Facebook. I don't have a large audience on Twitter. I'm just starting to build it. So, and you need a certain amount of clips, and there's algorithms not to
See, you're thinking, sir. You're thinking. You need to stop that. You have to stop thinking. You have to click button, hit upload, hit post, hashtag Chicago Republican, hashtag Republican, whatever you run, you have to do it. It's not hard. It's a couple words and a couple clicks. That's it.
And how many accounts have you managed with videos on it, John?
I have uploaded tens of thousands of videos across over 50 different accounts on over 50 different platforms.
Not even. John's not a tech guy.
I'm getting to need somebody with more experience, clearly.
Yeah. No, John's not a tech guy.
I'm in my mom's basement in my underpants recording myself smoking a joint and a beer. If I can do it, sir, you can do it.
He's right. He really is right. It's not, you are overthinking it. You could just upload videos on those platforms and film them on your phone. And if you want to be fancy, go to Walmart and buy a $10, $20 stand.
Yeah, get a tripod.
I have a light ring. I have a light ring.
You have that's literally the fanciest stuff you can buy for a phone.
Yeah, you have to realize you're putting out a hypnosis. Your words matter. It's not the professionalism of the video. Everybody knows it's ratchet, but your words count, and you have to reframe these people and don't let them get away with them doing this to you. You have to put their names. Put their names on YouTube. Put their names in the title. Get them on the internet and let the world know that these people are charlatans.
Yeah, just film a video and you just post it on each platform, and they make it all easy. And if it's from your phone, it's literally just like, pick media, and you'll select it from your.
I'm going to do it today.
Actually, that's awesome.
When I hit the road. Yeah. And I'll do it in the car like they say, and I'll just do a quick 2-minute talk and describe what occurred and, talk about
I talked to Jacqueline, and apparently Dean's actually angry. She said Dean yelled at her.
What?
Don't be a part of the problem. Be the problem.
Yeah, we're a problem.
Well, that's my philosophy. Not to be the problem, but be a disruptor. And they're very uncomfortable in that arena, and that's why the guy that called the cops on me, John, yesterday, never even came out. I was being received very pleasantly outdoors. Never entered the establishment, the Republican office, but they called the cops like a little rat inside. It's just ridiculous what's occurring here.
Well, call them out on their fascism. Call them out on their rhino activities. They're fraudsters, scammers, and liars, and they parade themselves as Republicans, and they're deceiving all their members.
The ultimate Karen.
Yeah, and they're a bunch of white dudes for Kamala. This could be how you start your video, and further evidence that Lake County is run by white dudes for Kamala. They call me the police for shaking the hands.
None of them opened their mouth. I was face to face with them. The big bullies, they had nothing to say face to face, but they can call me a retarded faggot online.
But to be fair, you weren't wearing a mask. You could say that. To be fair, I'm not vaccinated and I wasn't wearing a mask.
I had, needles sticking out of my arms and a diaper on my face.
And you could ask, were these the people that were calling on their neighbors during COVID? Do we need the fascists, as John said? Yeah. The Democrats are right. These are fascists.
Well, that's the caveat. How do you think you're fighting for something Republican-wise, and really they're no different than the Democrats. So in essence, supporting a Republican, you're supporting Democrats, or at least their ideology, because there are some good Democrats.
Sort of, not really. There's no good. If you're in a political party, you're not good. It's kind of where I'm at.
If you identify by political party,
exactly.
That's the caveat.
Yeah, and like I can understand why someone would vote for a Democrat, but like a lot less than a Republican.
Yeah,
but like I might vote for one.
Like it's so turned off by these people that I don't think I'd
vote for Reinhardt. I'd vote for Reinhardt for sure. And if you weren't in the race, I would vote for Snyder.
Right.
Hold me on that.
Right.
He's more of a Republican than cares.
Well, I told that to Leslie Munger. John, do you know Leslie by chance?
John might be, I don't know. But yeah, she couldn't even do 8 times 8. That's Leslie Munger. Make sure to mention that in your video. Yeah, I'll find the actual math problem.
Yeah, don't worry about slander. You know, you have to. We're so highly conditioned with threats that this is a war, and you have to use these people's names and humiliate them and competitively reframe them.
Yeah, I know it's like doofuses and like all the real stuff they are.
Well, I mean, you did a magical job yesterday with the white dudes.
Well, that's like Pete from. I asked Pete if Karras wants to come on, and he said he's like, "You ruined a good man. Aaron Rodgers is a good man. Utak's a good man.
Well, if they're a good man, let them say they're a good man. Let their words speak for them. Don't let these opinions and these lies continue to obfuscate.
Come and be a good man. Come and be a good man.
And also, like, are you good? Do you agree it's a good progressive thing to be? It's a good thing to be pro-abortion and anti-gun control and not vote Trump. Is that some good grassroots shit that we're all like on?
Yeah, just ask them why the Chicago GOP has never even endorsed Trump. I mean, they don't even hold Trump events. Like, this is a lie. These are not Republicans. These are just Democrats.
That's right. That's my whole deal. I went to the Lake County courthouse to put my signs up. All the candidates were out there. There were Kamala's, walls, all these nonsense. There was a one Trump sign there. And that's from the state's, the Central Committee of Lake County that's accountable. None of them put them up. I had a beautiful luncheon with Larry Elder the other day. There's so much enthusiasm for Trump. He's blurring the political line and bringing community together, and you don't have enough sense to put a Trump sign up?
Can I interrupt you? Can you please make Lisa, because I can then, if you make her relevant, I can report on her. This is from the article directly. After being asked what 8 times 7 was, Munger responded 8 7s, 72. Before correctly answering, no, 56. She then was asking what 9 3s are, before answering 53. And then she goes, no, 9 3s? Why are you doing this to me? In the interview, explained the comptroller I called in a quick question Mendoza's math skills, and that a simple test seemed fair.
Who reported that?
ABC. Like, it was a big thing. She can't do fucking 4 times 3, and she's just to run the budget. She's running for comptroller. How can you have that if you can't do, 3 times 9 or whatever?
Wow.
Yeah, but if you make her relevant, I can report on that.
I'm trying to think what's in what capacity would I have a right not to be bothersome, we'll say, and call up with a legitimate question or text her. I have her number.
Well, no, yeah, you do you. Like, I told you my perspective and John told you his perspective. I was saying that, like, potentially, just like even talking about it, and John's like, no such thing as bad content.
So you may not win this cycle because you didn't have the audience to propel you to the victory, and that's because you don't. I mean, listen, look at if Mark Rice wins or he loses, that analysis on his campaign and why he lost. It is a communication game. It's competitive reframing.
Right. You think they're cheating for my dad right now? By the way,
what's that?
John, the Dominion machines went down in Schaumburg.
Yeah. So I think they're going to try to push everybody to election day, and then nobody will be able to get their votes in. They're going to hack the system on top of it. Like, if you really think Trump is going to win, you can see it in Kamala's face. Like, she knows she's going to be installed. I don't even think she cares about competitively campaigning.
No, I totally disagree. She has the look of disgust and defeat on her face.
I think they're going to cheat for Trump, John. I think Trump made some deals, and they're going to cheat for Trump. You notice Big Tech's getting Peter Thiel's behind Trump. Facebook's behind Trump.
No.
Trump-
What? Facebook is behind
Yeah.
Trump? Nope.
Mark
No, sir.
Zuckerberg,
Zuckerberg is a
yes.
fake and he's a liar, and he already has automated censorship technology in place to prevent election deniers and election fraud and conspiracy theories from even being spoken on Meta or Google. Kamala will be installed, and censorship will be more hardcore than ever before.
No, John, if you wanted America to accept censorship, imagine if Trump wins and all the Kamala voters start bitching and saying it's a fake election. And then, I think that's, I literally think that's going to happen. Like, there's a lot of signals showing that, like,
Wow,
the
you could,
establishment, the billionaires are
could
back
be
on
right.
Trump. I think it's an op in the pro-Trump direction. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's not going to be a real election, though. Sorry.
Yeah, if I may interrupt, here's the majesty behind it. This time, the hypocrisy of what will occur, just like Hillary Clinton used to complain of election fraud, and then with Trump it doesn't occur. Now with Kamala, but now we own Twitter. So no longer can they hide just one narrative. So they will look hypocritical when they go out there and start to say that, and that will further bring us together. So that's a good move if that occurs.
Well, I'm saying sinisterly, though, they're doing it so they can take our rights away. Is Mark Zuckerberg's being slimy. He's like, I'll side with Republicans because I'll sneak in some shit.
Well, he's siding because there's an executive order that anyone that was implicated or found to be taking part in any election interference, there was an executive order signed in 2020 that they lose their property, etc. So he's got a lot to lose here. So if he's towing a line, it's out of being concerned for his own ass, not because he's trying to do the Democratic thing here.
No, exactly. The Democratic Party straight up said that they want to repeal Section 220, 24 title, the one that where basically it makes them a publisher and not an editor.
I mean, in your mind's eye, do you see Kamala up there putting her hand on the Bible, or Trump putting his hand on the Bible for a second time? I see Kamala up there in my mind's eye.
Well, I see Trump, but it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. But Joe, you hear the two sides. You have the two sides on your shoulder.
Yeah, I got it.
But John, he's right in general though about videos. I do think you're overthinking it. Is people will accept it and it's not professional, and they've made it so much easier.
Yeah,
and
it's the words.
15, your 15 is like they have so much shit on there. Google's your friend.
Okay.
Just Google how on iPhone 15 but it's just click a button. John's 10,000 videos.
Okay, and then so I'll get the content up. And John, how can I get it promoted somehow on Twitter? For some reason, I just
See, you're thinking too much. No questions. Just post the video,
He's right.
post some videos, and then we can talk about it. But until you have content, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, with On a Record, I think I purposely wasn't trying to overpromote my early stuff. It's because you just want to get shit out there. And the bad people will be paranoid, so they'll see it, even if it gets 8 views.
That's true.
You gotta dox these people. Put their names. Use their names. Make their names keyword search opportunities where because these people Google themselves and they want to see what people are saying about them. And when they see negative shit, they will have a dopamine feedback loop from hell.
Hey, when Peter Cristo said you ruined a good man, was he talking about Dan Rogers or Jim Karras?
Rogers. Wayne Carey, he said I made, I'm lies and crazy conspiracy theories or something like that. About Harris. What did I say that's not true? And I thought we cared about Goshen. Yeah. It's like, we're at catch and go Goshen.
Well, with Darren LaHood, that's amazing. So I'm going to start putting all that together. I appreciate it. Good to finally speak to John. Thank you. And then Max, I'll give you a buzz later.
Bye. I got to prepare for the interview.
Okay, take care, everybody. So I think they were coming back to my live stream to see if I got back into their room or something under a different burner. This is the fun. They're running counterintelligence.
I think तो इसके टेंडेंसी फोटो लगाई
amazing how the agents and lawyers that represent all of your celebrities, they're also Jews, along with the directors and the playwrights. They're all the same. So can you imagine being discovered, right, by one of these people? And then after that, they're saying that, hey, listen, I'm going to basically open the door for you to meet all the other people that are just like me, that have the ability.
Why are you lying about them Jews again, lying? You're always lying about the Jews, you Jew hated and lying piece of shit. Go drive your truck, you fucking idiot. You fucking liar, Jew hate motherfucker. You can't take the heat, you lying about the Jews again. Always lying about the Jews.
Just imagine that you have no other opportunity, at least in Hollywood, in order to, become famous except you go through them. And what they want you to do is some sort of weird, ritualistic, Talmudic bullshit in order.
Oh, damn.
Talmudic bullshit.
Jules got him.
Got a phone call.
Help.
That's rule.
That's one thing I respect about you Jewish people. You don't let nobody talk about you.
Talk no shit about no Jews, motherfucker.
Can't talk about the Jews.
Don't talk about no Jews. Not my president.
But hey, at least they got respect for their own people, though. I gotta give it to them.
Give it up.
Y'all wrong, bro. They can't explain why they've continued to let this culture go on in Hollywood. This shit been reported. I remember stories back in the fucking 40s, right? If motherfuckers wasn't traveling to try to go to Broadway, they going to Hollywood and they beating the doors down. Casablanca is hot. Oh, every woman, I should say, wanted to be that woman, and every man wanted to be that man that was in that movie. You got stories from Hollywood about execs doing the same exact shit, the same fucking shit. So my question is, why does it take now, right? Especially when it's the light on a black man, for them to start to react, investigate, when they literally got decades of information leading to certain Hollywood execs, and they didn't fucking move a muscle.
Because Diddy is a criminal.
Same exact parties.
They did
Same
too.
shit.
They did too move a muscle. They got that guy in 2020. What's his name? That Finnish Canadian guy that was
Okay.
they got him, they got Weinstein, they got
Hold on.
Y'all
This is what I'm saying.
know what's going on. And then, hold on. And then y'all be like, well, why y'all care about what the world? I think it's important that we do care about the black men that be going after the black women and the assaults of black women. I do think it's important that we do go after black men who have ruined other black men's lives. I think that's important. So when you guys be like, they going after the black man, but they ain't going after the white man, let the white man handle the white man. And let the black people handle the black people. And I think that's fair. But what you guys be doing is you make it about race all the time when a black man is doing some wrong shit to somebody that would be you.
That's a fucking fact.
Okay? Puff Daddy fucked a lot of black men's lives. Look at Black Rob. He didn't even help Black Rob when he was down and out. That man died penniless. What the fuck y'all talking about?
I don't know. They got Weinstein.
That's cap. And he did not help Black Rob. He paid for that man whole family. Still take care of motherfuckers' kids. Motherfuckers just do not be knowing what the hell they talking about. Y'all be all on these vlogs.
You know.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
He don't know.
Wasn't
Absolutely do. You don't even know who I'm in touch with.
What's she saying though about that guy?
And that's what I'm talking about. I don't give a damn. That's what I'm talking about. See, you're disrespectful. That's why nobody cares. That's why nobody cares. That's why nobody cares about fuck that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
But isn't she right? She's saying there are other people.
I'm hella mad.
Yeah, angry black
I'm
woman.
hella mad. I'm an angry black woman. All that, baby.
Isn't she right though? She's saying about other people that have also been arrested. It's not just black men that have been arrested for this.
Caribbean, she no
No, I'm black American, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
This guy that just got arrested for Abercrombie.
Because I'm me, motherfucker.
Oh wait, this is a She-Wolf? Never mind. I don't know this hoe. That's not She-Wolf.
I will say though, like that, Hollywood is a very, 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 very different place, even from just 30 miles down the road. And a lot of the time, someone asked, I was getting ready to go somewhere, but someone said, why does this keep happening? And I think it's because, at least from the people that I've interacted with, it's because I think that some people don't mind having sex with these men to get to where they want to go. But then it makes people who want to do it the correct way and it puts them in a bad situation, because if you have person A over here who is talented, person B over here is also talented. If person A
It
is
just
more
happens to be a lot of
manipulative, is easier
F-words
to
and N-words in the
manipulate or
garden.
do whatever you want them
Exactly.
to do, you'll go with person A.
Prove
Well,
it.
the execs go with person A.
Publish it.
That's how I feel that it works out here. And so you're kind of these women, unfortunately,
Exactly.
which is
Prove
why
it.
I'm not in
Publish
that
it.
sphere. My
Profit it.
cousin is in that sphere right now. We're the same age, and she's struggling real
Yes,
hard with it. But like you're trying to constantly one up. You one up the other.
F-words and N-words in the garden at the moment.
For real, that's
Exactly.
right.
And why wouldn't? And that's the thing right there. There's people that are like very, very, very aggressive when it comes to their thing. When it comes to them getting a position and a job, right? They see that, hey, if I can put in the extra work, trust me, I'm gonna get paid off in the end. And that's
You guys aren't meant to be on the forefront. You guys are meant to be on the back burner.
Shut the fuck up. Don't interrupt me, you bitch ass cracker. Anyways, like I was trying to say before I was interrupted, right? Now, people out there, they're very ambitious. They're willing to suck dick just to make it to the top. And that's those individuals who get it like Hollywood, right? Because they know that.
Don't forget Kamala.
Yeah. Like, they know what happened. They know what other people did to get to the top. And you see it in movies. You read books about it as well too. Hey, what happened to black this woman? Hey, I was in the industry dominated by men. I knew what I had to do. I had to use the ability. I had to use the fact that I was a woman and just use your imagination on what that was to get it to the top, to get it to where I'm at. And that's part of the game. I just feel bad for women.
Who did not let you
I
want?
really do not feel bad for her. Yeah, exactly. The video vixen, the one who wrote a book, the one who she used to be on.
And she went through all of people in Hollywood, man. She talked about Shaq, she talked about this person, she talked about that person.
Anybody could, and even at this moment right now, thanks to Me Too movements, guess what she can do at any moment? Be like, oh, with Shaquille O'Neal, he is sexually assaulted me. Also, all the other niggas, Lil Wayne did it too. Everybody, that's the problem.
But look,
Wait, hold on. The problem is they come into the world. They literally come into this shit like Nathan just said. They know what the job is. They know what the objective is. They know why they're being brought backstage. They know why they're getting on the bus after the concert. They know the reason they're there. But then what fucking happens is, sometime later on, when the guy does not choose them as, some girlfriend, a side chick, or something like that, they all scream. Yeah, they all scream abuse. And I was drunk. Of course you was. You came to the fucking concert drunk. I knew this girl named Brittany. Brittany and her friend told me that Plies was coming to town, and she told me that she was writing her name and her address and her phone number on her drawers, and she was planning to throw it on stage when Plies came on there. What do you think the reason is? Because she wanted him to come over to study the Bible? What do you think she wanted?
I think she just enjoyed the party. The music. And she just wanted to show how much she enjoyed it. Like, just throwing a complimentary party.
This is the problem right there with our society. And when niggas be trying to give women the they look the other way. Hey man, they're women. They're always innocent. They're forever the perpetual victims. You literally create criminals when there are no criminals. Not every single woman that screams that she was sexually assaulted was actually sexually assaulted. And we, as a people, we have to come to that concession at some point. Just because some bitch starts crying and saying bullshit doesn't necessarily mean that it's
don't call them bitches. Come on.
I said some bitch. I said some. That don't mean all.
So
don't call them bitches. You know that's going to be untasteful.
So if I'm
Black men have not been called out before until all.
Shame on you lying about those women that were sexually abused by criminal predation and predators and criminals. Lying don't know the law. He never even mentioned God even once. He's a lying dog.
And the hip hop industry's never been called out, and it's been in the making since y'all was about to get called out. It's been in the making. I mean, for real. I couldn't
wait till you Jewish ass motherfuckers got called out for that nasty, debaucherous, Talmudic nonsense that you all been pushing for fucking decades since Shirley Templeton. Yeah, I couldn't wait. You nasty, disgusting creatures, you.
Can I ask?
I couldn't wait.
Diddy and R. Kelly, who are there?
Report.
What are the other big names that are black?
Diddy and R. Kelly is two different things.
Report lying.
They're talking about like let's all like I just see two black men that are going down. Who else?
No, R. Kelly is already down. R. Kelly isn't going down.
Bill Cosby.
The one that's next.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
But I know you're trying to. I'm trying to answer her question. So I don't care. They're trying to get Russ. They're trying to get Russell Simmons.
They're also trying to get Jay-Z.
So right now we have
also
about
trying to
three.
get
I'm thinking
Jay-Z,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby, R. Kelly, and Diddy. Who else?
Oh, there's many
It's not gonna
guys.
go down.
Hold on, listen. Hold on. Russell Simmons. Secretly, they're trying to get Tyler Perry. There's actually a list. Will Smith. They got a list.
Okay, but I'm asking who they actually got.
I'm giving you
No, they haven't.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba
They
Gooding.
got
Jonathan Majors.
They got him 2 years ago, I think, like right after COVID.
Oh, you asking who they caught?
I asked who they got.
Yeah.
Ain't lying. You know, everybody you named as black is a part of the Black Boule in California.
I know that, and that's the reason why they're so easy to be taken down.
Let them teach you.
In order for you to even get in the game, you gotta be an initiate. And then once you've already done that, now they can use this stuff against you later on. All of those girls that these guys are being introduced, these girls have been ran through by thousands of other niggas before they even meet them. Exactly. These ain't some virgins or anything. These are industry women. They are trained to be the best.
Because he was married though. That's why
They are trained to be the best dick suckers, the best girlfriends, the best side chicks, the best whatever you want them to be, as long as you're winning. But if you ever decide you want to go up backbone and be a nigga again, that's when the women come out the left field. Yeah, a nigga.
Black men, because a nigga is the ones that's going to jail. That's the ones that's going to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas. But black men, they don't be doing that.
And then after that, that's when you find out that hey, listen, your green dollars don't really go that far. That's when you find out that your billions of dollars that you had in the bank because you say something against the Jewish mafia, that money ain't there. The contracts dry up just out of nowhere. You lose billions of dollars overnight, just like that.
You know what it is, bro? Puffy said it best, and this was a warning, and he didn't even realize it. The more money, the more problems you got, bro. More money, more problems.
Mace broke that.
Anyway. But did he lie?
No, they didn't say
Chronology.
Listen, man. To acquire that kind of money and that kind of tax bracket you got to go through rituals, man.
Good morning, Rayama. How you doing, my brother? Salam alaikum.
I don't salam alaikum, but you know what I'm saying? Fuck
the
me.
fuck up. Why does Yaba sound like Kendo? Is that Kendo? No, first and foremost, I don't sound shit like no damn Kendo. Now, but
Yeah, Kendo sounds like Kendo.
this is conspiracy, dude. This is conspiracy. Conspiracy,
Is it Marshall the super Republican pushback?
First and foremost, conspiracy happen all fucking day, man. I don't know why people use that stupid ass crack baby, meth baby term. Conspiracy happens every fucking day, so I don't know why people sit up here and you're talking about conspiracy theory. Now, I'm going to get it off. Whether you feel like listening to it or not, you're talking about a subject. Shut your pussy ass. Satanic rituals. Wow. Back in the conspiracy. Satan grants to wow. Keep using that fucking low-level term. That's a low IQ term. But anyways, who did Satan blast in the entertainment industry? Who did Satan blast? You dig what I'm saying? No, it's not about black or fucking white.
Alright. Let Ray Ellis say his piece. Go ahead.
Oh shit, Tully's back. Yo, welcome back, Tully.
And I will respond after him. Now, so as far as like, that situation with Diddy, I mean, it's like, them all, exposing Diddy and all this other stuff. You think this is just 1 or 2, 5, 10, 20 people, man? All these motherfuckers that have witnessed or seen shit, the rituals that they got to go through. They got to go through these bacchanalian fucking rituals, man. I mean, go look that shit up, all right? Regardless of what fraternity, whether it be the Boule, Freemason, Rosicrucian, so on and fucking so forth, all right? So the point is with like P. Diddy and, the black entertainers being exposed, they probably are going to use them as the first levels of exposure because, of course, the Jeffrey Epstein shit, they didn't really bring too much out on who was actually on those islands, even though they were talking about, who's on the list. This is all controlled because they all have to go through the rituals, at least the ones that are sponsored by these big corporations, all right? But as far as like the Me Too movement and those females and whatnot, yeah, I mean, they had legitimate reasons to bring out things that was going on, right? But it's not just the rap industry and the black rappers and all this other stuff. It's all this motherfuckers. All right.
To answer your question,
now, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you fucking midget, burrito eating.
It's the lizard people. It's the lizard people.
Ain't nobody said nothing about lizard people. You know what I'm saying? See, once again, sitting up here was putting words in my fucking mouth. I didn't say. You're talking about lizard people. You're talking.
Can you land when somebody can respond?
I'm sure, yeah, boy. How the fuck am I gonna land when someone's talking over me?
All right, go ahead.
And fucking derailing what the fuck I'm saying. Now, to conclude what I'm saying, right before I was rudely interrupted by a Mexican eating bitch.
Yeah, right. Poco, stupid
shut your cannibal ass up. Now, with that being said, yeah, they had some legitimate reason to bring out certain things. See this? See this? Fucking cocksuckers. But anyways, so with that being said, they didn't. The thing is that with these women coming out, they weren't being genuine about it, because if they were genuine, they wouldn't have just included the women. They would have included the fucking little kids that were getting dealt with by these people. Because all these people have dealt with little kids, or have seen little kids get chopped up, eaten alive, or fucking, them doing sex rituals and whatnot towards them. So that's some bullshit. So at the end of the day, dogpilling these fucking men is some stupid ass shit, because the females weren't on it too. Yeah, he's spitting facts. What y'all niggas on?
The first comedian that came out publicly and said, he was on the interview. He said, yeah.
It's not your turn. I hate this fucking free speech democracy.
Okay, let me respond. Ray,
that I was saying.
But you're not gonna know what I said because people were talking over me like 20 fucking times.
So the first thing is that I'm about to get in a bad area. Let me go, Dad. Okay. So, Rhea, my first issue with you is you keep saying satanic and it's Luciferian. Like 90% of the stuff you're talking about is Luciferian. Like only a small percentage of it is satanic. And if you don't know the difference in terms of how they view it, then you shouldn't really be discussing this topic. Number two. Okay, good. Number two, there is certainly some truth to what you're saying. There are networks, there are ways to fast track, but not everybody who reaches the level of success you're talking about got there through the path you're talking about. So I'm just going to go over those two things because there's a lot to cover, but I just wanted to have you respond to those two things.
When it come back to the old days, because I heard somebody say they were doing this stuff in the 40s, they were having mansion parties a long time ago, these artists and hip-hop and stuff like that. And I was going to ask everybody, do you know a famous comedian that said it publicly on that very well-known interview? He said, I sucked the dick, and there was such and such there with me the first time I sucked the dick. Y'all know who that was?
I don't think so. That was without it. 100%.
We're talking about Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, wait, hold up. Wait, Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney, because he Pryor is the first one said it. Aaron Pryor and Paul Mooney didn't come in later. He was in the back scene. Bro, while Richard Pryor was on the front, bro, I'm just saying, alright, you can think you right, but I'm sure you just watched the fucking he said it. We're gonna let you so far down the totem pole, such as yourself. What you're saying? Openly saying that. Go ahead and say that, and I'm gonna answer that point. So, real quick, just answer to your point.
I can hit Kendo. You saying Kendo? I was asking
a question and someone continued to talk about the situation, but that's fine. But listen, look,
what did Kendo say?
Hey, go fucking go eat to Seven's question. So Seven's question was, do y'all know who one to openly say that they went to the Hollywood party and sucked the dick? And that they ain't never sucked the dick before.
And it was a man.
It was Richard Pryor. Listen, Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney was on stage, and there was a fucking FBI, CIA fucking You can go watch the video on YouTube together. Yes, the fuck they were, man, when they were sitting up here talking about Shalata, you want me to fucking post a video in the chat? Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Okay, so real quick, to answer CEO's question, all right, and to also respond to Seven Sons, right? Yeah, this shit was going on. Hollywood was nothing but satanic and Luciferian from its inception. I mean, if you understand what the word Hollywood goes back to, right? The witch, the witch wood that they make magic wands with, all right? And of course, to be a magician and being a witch and a wizard, you have to be pansexual. Shut the fuck up. You fucking good. Damn, man, fucking retard ass motherfucker. But to answer your point, though, to condense it, yeah, this shit was going on way back in the 40s and 50s, or way back before all that shit. Hell, actually, the inception of this country. Once again, I will reference Raymond Burr. He was Raymond Burr, the motherfucker that played Perry Mason back in the 50s and 60s. All right. He was a guy that people said that went to these islands and dealt with little boys. So, my grandfather told me about that shit. All right, and there was other people when I started to look up that shit that he was into that shit. So there's a lot of shit that went. And then another thing, and then also too, just to answer one point about what CEO said, not all. Yeah, no, I'm not sitting up here saying that anybody that's reached a certain level of success goes through it, but the motherfuckers that reach success, as I've spoken to in certain fields, in particular the athletic field, they said they know and seen this certain shit that they said this shit is fucking low.
No, what was the
You know, so I mean, so point is, no, I'm not saying every single person, but when you start making that fucking certain amount of, a certain amount, and get to a certain height, say you're gonna be sponsored by these people, and you're gonna have to go to the fucking ritual. That's just
and some people decline it, right? You admit that a lot of people decline it.
And those people are using one hit wonder. Those are the ones you always and they come out and tell you that. They will say, well, the only reason why my shit didn't make it or whatever is because I didn't want to go to the party. That was, they gave me the word. They didn't say I wasn't going to go to the party.
And mainly that is, I'm going to tell you something, and with music, just real quick, with music, definitely. With the music and let's say if you're not independent, because you have more independent options now, but back in the day, if you're a musician or if you're part of the music industry and some of the other industries, yes, for sure. But it also inclines with sports as well. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these motherfuckers that will sign the deals, but they have to go through it. But some of those guys, some of those guys have to.
The sports thing is just silly. Your performance on the field determines your amount of sponsorship. What I said was that you can be something special on the field or in the ring or what have you, but if you want to get to a certain spot as far as being sponsored like Sugar Ray Leonard or Mike Tyson, Ali or something like that, you gotta be a part of the fucking brotherhood. You can win championships and MVP awards, and you'll get all the sponsorship money and all the investment back to it. I mean, I've had a champion sat up here and tell me that what he saw down in the MTN plan. So it's just, it is what it is. I'm sure they see all sorts of stuff before. He was given a
actually fought.
And it's my thing. That's my thing about people that don't believe in God. These motherfuckers, like people sit up here and say, "Oh, well, God doesn't exist, or Satan doesn't exist." Well, it doesn't matter what you think. The elites, the Jesuit order, the so-called Illuminati, and the Rosicrucians, Freemasons, the Divine Nine, Council Nine, they believe in that shit. So it doesn't really matter what people think. It's about the people that run that give you your FRN. Where you lose your credibility for me is when you continue to trickle it down to the divine. That is just so hysterical. Because they fucking throw up the same Baphomet hands, the same fucking
They get their rituals from the back.
I get that, but they don't have the power line. That's my point. They are an arm of Satan. That's who you all are.
So when
you're not the one I'm not into divine.
These niggas are throwing up the same Monte Quinoto hand gestures that the fucking mafia throws up, the CIA, these fucking gangs throw up, the same fucking hand gestures that Mayweather throws up. It's all a part of the brothers. These guys gotta go through. They gotta go.
Those are actually the low level guys. The high.
Bro. Those are the
really sound stupid.
All right. So Miss Fifi is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. She is part of the Illuminati. You're saying? She's an Illuminati.
Y'all understand nothing about Bush when he was a part of Skulls and Bones. Bones and Skulls, whatever you call it. Y'all wouldn't say
all them presidents are part of the
AKA Delta. See how you black people sound? You sound so dumb.
You see how you turn it? Hey,
Skull and Bones is some real power. Yes.
Hey, you can tell when we hit a nerve, right?
I'm not AKA Delta, but you sound dumb. You sound so bad.
Really? Hey, listen. Are you black? Hey, are you black first? Wait, watch this.
this. Are you black first or are you?
You don't even know what the Masons are doing.
Are you black first or are you part of your sisterhood? Are you black?
You don't even know what they're doing. So how do you know about society, sir?
Ninja Roll. Listen, are you black first or are you a part of your fraternity, your sorority or fraternity?
I'm not even a part of no sorority or fraternity at all.
Really? I find it hard to believe you're fighting because you're fighting